Delegating effectively. Hey leaders, welcome back. Today we're tackling a skill that separates overwhelmed managers from unstoppable ones, and that is delegation. Look, if you've ever said, it's just easier if I do it myself, then this video is absolutely for you. Because, spoiler alert, that mindset is exactly why you're drowning in work. Let's talk about how to delegate like a pro. Step 1. Identify the tasks only you must do. Before delegating, you need clarity. Grab a notepad and split your work into 2 columns. Things only I should do. Things anyone competent can do. Be brutally honest. You'll be shocked at how many tasks fall into the second column. Most managers are carrying work they should have let go of 3 years ago. Your job isn't to do everything. It's to focus on what matters most. Step 2. Choose the right person for the task. Delegation isn't throwing tasks into the air and hoping they land on the right person. Think about skill level, interest, workload, development goals, reliability. Delegation is a matchmaking game. You want the task to meet the employee's strengths and help them grow. The right match equals smooth execution. The wrong match, frustration for everyone. Step 3. Clarify expectations clearly. No guessing allowed. This is where delegation either flies or crashes. Be specific. What needs to be done? How it should look? When it's due? Also, any non-negotiables? Any must-follow steps? Leave zero room for interpretation. If someone fails because they weren't clear, that's not delegation. That's an ambush. Step 4. Provide the resources they need. Imagine delegating a task but not giving the tools. That's like asking someone to bake a cake but handing them a fork and a dream. Make sure they have access to systems, passwords, templates, training, files, contacts, and the budget. And then ask, is there anything you need from me to get this done confidently? Great question, great results. Step 5. Explain the deadline and why it matters. Deadlines work better when people understand the purpose behind them. For example, this needs to be done by Thursday because it's going into the month-end report. When people understand the impact, they take ownership, not shortcuts. And never forget to be realistic. Delegation is not, here's a huge task and surprise, it's due tomorrow. Step 6. Allow autonomy. Don't hover. This is the step managers struggle with the most. If you delegate but stand over their shoulder, you're not delegating, you're babysitting. Say something like, you're free to approach this in your own style as long as we meet the outcome. Give them space. Give them trust. Give them a chance to impress you. Autonomy inspires creativity. Micromanagement suffocates it. Step 7. Check in at strategic intervals. Notice I said strategic, not constant. Set a few checkpoints like, let's touch base halfway through to make sure everything is on track. This prevents surprises while still giving them independence. Check-ins should feel supportive, not controlling. Think of them as safety rails, not handcuffs. Step 8. Offer feedback, not control. When reviewing progress, resist the urge to take the task back. If something is off, guide them by saying, try adjusting this part, or let's look at another way to approach step 3. Feedback fine-tunes their performance. Control kills confidence. Your goal is improvement, not perfection from the first attempt. Step 9. Let them own their mistakes and their learning. Mistakes are part of the process. If you swoop in and fix everything, you rob them of growth. Instead, say, okay, what do you think we should do to fix this? Or what did you learn from that? This encourages problem solving and resilience, two priceless qualities in any team. Step 10. Celebrate wins and give credit. When a task is successful, spotlight the person who did the work. A simple shout out goes a long way, such as, great job handling that project. Your attention to detail really paid off. Recognition builds confidence, boosts loyalty, and encourages future initiative. The more you celebrate upward growth, the more your team steps up. Conclusion. So that's how to delegate effectively. Not by dumping tasks, but by intentionally empowering your people. Pick the right tasks, pick the right person, be clear, support them, and then get out of the way and let them shine. Don't forget to subscribe.